So now that we've gone over the wall that keeps the oceans in, what keeps space, or whatever is beyond Earth, out in the flat Earth model? Well, it's not just that we're on a flat disk, it's also a giant snow globe, enclosed by an impenetrable dome, also known as the firmament. Hoo boy, yeah, it's that ridiculous. About as ridiculous as the comments section on every flat Earth video I do. You see, they're loud to make up for the fact that they're stupid, misled, and few in number. And for the last time, no, I'm not debating with you cretins in the comments section. Get it through your skulls. I'm trying to teach you a lesson about insignificance here.
Let me be clear. You are entitled to nothing.
So let's go over my problems with the alleged dome. The firmament model is, like most things in the cult of the flat Earth, a holdover from religion. Almost every major religion has, at some point, made reference to a dome or firmament that contains the stars. In some models, beyond the firmament is water, and in others, it's heaven. Here's a really neat depiction of a traveler pushing his head through the firmament. Cool artwork, but really nothing more. That being said, the concept of a spherical Earth has existed since about the 6th century BC. It's a lot older than we tend to think, and it definitely doesn't fit the mold of this heathenistic replacement to religious models. The firmament is another thing that's just too easy to rip into. The simplest point I can make is that it has zero evidence whatsoever, even less than the ice wall does if I'm being honest. There are a few cultists who post videos of various light phenomenons that they fail to understand, but there's really not anything there to debunk. Come on, how am I supposed to argue with rainbows? Damn, I guess I was wrong. There are also a couple videos in which people claim rockets crash into the dome. Those are hilarious. I'm not even kidding, I watched one while I was writing this script, and I wish I'd recorded my reaction because I laughed really hard. In this first one, a NASA rocket exploded shortly after launch, and the cultist uploader tried to claim that the rocket had slammed into the firmament.
Literally explode, I mean it made contact with the dome. Because as you can see, the rear end of the rocket is still there intact. You can see the booster at the back end right here.
Even though the camera didn't need to readjust to the fact that the rocket had just gone from 60 to 0 in a microsecond. Yep, it stayed perfectly focused on an object that it was tracking at incredible speeds, which suddenly crashed into a solid object. And if you believe that, I have some beachfront property in Saskatchewan to sell you. That wasn't even the one that made me laugh. The one that did it was this one, in which a small amateur rocket is shown deploying an anti-spin mechanism known as a yo-yo de-spin mechanism. Hang on, let me record myself watching it again, just to see if it still gets a laugh. Oh, here we go, hitting the dome in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that gets me every time. It's not hitting anything. It's not even stopping. It just slows the spin. What's even more hilarious is that, if you do the math, the rocket would have been moving at just over a mile per second, and somehow wasn't destroyed by this impenetrable dome. Unbelievable. The final part of the dome model that bothers me has not to do with the sky or space, however. It actually has to do with the oceans. I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my buddy Chris Levesque for pointing out an interesting question that sums up my problem with the model. If we live on God's perfect little snow globe, why are parts of the ocean deeper than the sky is tall? The Marianas Trench is so deep that you could drop a couple of Empire State Buildings in and never see them again. What is the point of that on a perfect little snow globe made specifically for humans? Come on.
Come on!
As usual, it comes back to the Hitchens quote. No evidence, so it can be dismissed. Nothing more to say. If you like this video, like it. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel, which is Lazy Alien. As usual, my name's Kevin, and I'm out.